And then it comes to this page. I think this is the girl's favorite page. Again, I used, I think Julie sent me this, and I don't think Julie's on the transferred page. I'm not sure. You guys will have to try to remind me who gave me this. It was in one of my hauls, or a rake, or trade, or swap, or don't. But I know that this was also like the other one, and this is what gave me the idea to use my black. It already had that edge to it. I just really liked it. It was actually a journal tag card. And then this was left over from another piece from one of the other cards I was doing. And you can just see how the stickles just totally pop off the page compared to the Studio G. I don't use all the stickles from the collection. I like the one that looks like water and the one that looks like scalies, like I use on the mermaids. I only use 3 of them because I think the other ones are just, they're not shiny enough for me. So Tammy, I'm a sparkly girl. Sparkly, sparkly. Anyway, this was another one tag that I made last year. I sold a bunch of them. I do sell tags. I will make them in any color you want, or whatever you want. Anyway, I used the stickles up at the top, put ho ho ho, and made it look like brads or nail heads on these. I made it more. I liked it look more like nail heads. That's why I made sure it flattened down before I even put it on it. But I again vintage photoed it, and you can just see all the little characters. It was great. Now this is not a belly tag one. You can see the little characters and how it looks very old around the edge. That was the whole idea behind me using the vintage photo. And you can see how I can cut that out. I'll have to show you on another piece of paper how it opens up. And I do have the Graphic45 logo down here. And I put a little liquid pearl to the corners. And then the stickles. And it does come up as a photo corner. Hi, Justin. Justin with his cute little bow tie on. He's like, yep. Anyway, stayed there, baby boy. Almost done. Gonna stop there and go into part 4. Okay, guys, we're on part 4. So I hope you're here still with me. Part 4, part 4. So the last thing I was showing you was the Graphic45 tag to use as a photo corner. And then this is a chipboard at the top. A chipboard tag, and I use again glossy accent stickles and liquid pearls around the berries and around the tag piece. Looks like Justin's joining us. Say hello, Justin. Say yep. Say hello, everybody. Say hello. He's a good boy. He's a good baby. Okay, so we finished that page up, so we're going to flip over, and this is the last section because the back of the book I didn't put anything. I figured that she would want to do whatever she wanted to do. And I think this is Whitney's favorite page. This is my clock. My full pledge clock. And some of my pieces are coming off. I'll have to double check that. I think some of them are coming off. I have to double check it. I think they are. Anyway, I did the same thing like I did with the other clock. Only these hands actually do move. I did glossy accent them to where they were a little heavier. And I do have a brad here that I put through so that you can actually move the hands. If you can see, I can move them. So they can move the hands. You have to be very careful moving them, but they will move. Yeah, I think some of my liquid pearl came off. I'll have to pop that off. Anyway, this is an actual tag, but there's my clock. My North Pole clock is what I was calling it. But this is the other paper. This is my favorite. This is the one you'll see me cut little pieces and parts out of all of it. As you can see, I think it comes out fabulous. And you can see where on card 28, I used that airplane right there. And again, you can see where I used that Santa Claus on a different section. And then that elephant here. And so, but I used this little leftover piece. And I made a little tag with the deco. Hi, Justin. He sees the dangles underneath. I used this little vintage tag. I vintaged it a little bit more. I did use an eyelet. And I wanted to make it look more like a bulb or something. I didn't want it to see black on the other side. And then I used one of the pieces from the chipboard collection to the collection of the paper on the back. And so where they can use it for something down in there, they can put a little quick photo here. And they can write or add another photo here. So they could stick it in there. And yes, I didn't go all the way up. So here's an extra little insert that I thought maybe if they had some, you know, depending if they had any little pieces of paper or something, it does open a little bit right here where you can see it. And then there's a little chip tag and a little glossy, a little liquid pearl. But you can put your finger underneath. Now, Santa doesn't really, you're not supposed to flip up Santa, so don't flip up Santa. And then I used the deco punch at the top of that one. Now you're going to have to do, Roxy, big mouth. So you're going to have to flip this one a little more careful for you to see the full back page, because here's the back, and it should come up. I don't know why it doesn't. Huh. I thought I made it to where it came up. I guess it does. Okay, this one does. This one's flat. Don't always know sometimes. And this is liquid pearl around the edge in gold. And then I actually freehanded the berries and the holly. And then I put forever. And then they're little angels. And with the photo quarter tags, so they can put a little photo in here. Now, this is made to look like two presents sitting on top of each other. And, yep, that's what happened, is the liquid pearls popped off. I have to put them back on. No biggie. Anyway, so you can see I put the stickles, and for some odd reason, it didn't do too well on that paper. That's just really weird. But anyway, I had this great sticker that blended in with the whole collection of the color and added a little black to match in with the border I did. I took leftover paper and I made a pocket, and it wasn't leftover, it was like half the paper, half of a 8 by 11, I think. No, it was it was a 12 by 12. Anyway, so it appears to be two presents, but it actually isn't. And Steve, I told you that I was sending you and Mindy a card that I was integrating into it. So this is actually your Christmas card. So I made it to match your whole collection here, to where I put little pieces and parts in it, parts and pieces at the end, so that it would mean more to you. And I'm going to put a phrase, I'm going to put your little information, my little sentiment into it to you. But I'm going to write here, and we'll sign it here for you for Christmas. And then, of course, I'll put my logo on the back, but it's for Christmas time. And I'm sorry that it's so late. I tried, guys. I really did, but I really do hope. And so you can see it's got a tag, and I used the argyle again. You see, it just matches, and then I used the liquid pearl and some rope cording. And I really like it. I love this mini album. It's gorgeous. And you'll see once again why I put the charms on this side, and they're just gorgeous. I love them. All the charms are on this side. I didn't want them to get tangled when you were opening and closing the book, because when you close the book at the end, it once again closes it pretty shut. So you should be able to put it in with your Christmas stuff every year. And I used, once again, the colors that go throughout the whole album. I got the 2 shades of the green, and the cream, and the black, and the red. So there it is. There's my traditional Christmas Graphic45 mini album with the wood and the paper, and I hope everybody enjoys it as much as I have, and I hope that they have it for many years to put all their Santa Claus pictures in it. So Steve and Mindy, I love you dearly, and here's my first mini album to you. I will get to more baby pages for you in this new year. Have a happy new year to everybody. I love you. Bye. Here is the tags that I used. You'll recognize this one and the angel. I've used almost all of them that I tried to get into the collection. Some of them I didn't use, like that one I didn't think worked, and I don't think that one worked. And then the one up here didn't work. So, and then this one. And I didn't use that one either, because I didn't think they worked with what I was doing. So this is the Graphic45 Christmas Past collection. It's tags 2, I think. And then I used the Christmas Emporium tags 1 that I got. And then I used the Timeless collection the night before Christmas, as I showed before, but it's by TPC Studio. And here's the back. This is a metallic sheen paper. And here's the full sheet. And I represent, when I do a page, I try to use every part of a piece of paper that I can. And you guys should recognize this. I've cut and pieced many pieces out of it, like the airplanes, the teddy bears, the dollies. I cut and piece everything. I hand cut it all. And then this is the plaid on the back. The other paper I'm getting to here, and I'm putting it away for the year unless I end up, and I'll have to explain that another time. But here's the black. I just love how it sparkles. It's my favorite. I think I've used quite a bit of them. But when I was telling you the trick about cutting this paper, because it's like sandpaper, it'll tear up your blade, cut on this side. Don't cut on the other. And cut it 3 or 4 times, just to be sure. And then I got metallic paper back when I got all that stuff on sale at Big Lots. And I used the gold. I love my shiny paper. And then this one's from a different collection of Graphic45. This is from the Domestic Goddess collection, Domestic Goddess Alphabet. These are the typesetting keys. You can see that I took out some of them out of here. I have several sheets of them, though I don't know how many of those I'm going to use. I may end up swapping some of those. And then I got the Graphic45 Christmas Tradition, and this is Merry and Bright. This is a whole collection. I think I got almost all the paper for that. I don't know if I did, but that's the back. And this is, again, Merry and the Bright. And then I want to share this one the most. This is the one I used on the front, and this one's called Christmas Emporium Collection. This is Christmas Emporium. This would have been the front cover. And if you can see, and I'm going to show you real quick on the mini. And if you can see the mini, and you can see how I cut it down. I cut them out, ended up using this piece as a tag later on, but I cut everything down to size to fit everything. And it was just so pretty. And you've seen me use parts and pieces. Like I've used that on different ones. I've used the label on different ones. And I used the Naughty and Nice list. But the back of it is really cool too. So it's like the damask. But you know, if you really look at it, I figured out what it is. If you turn it upside down, it's reindeer. I know I've got an eye for weird things, but I think it looks like reindeer. So that was a collection of paper that I